This is the latest MacBook Air. Let's open the wrap. The color of this MacBook Air is space gray. This USB-C charging cable is 2 meters long. In both sides of this cable, there are USB-C connector. Let's see what is inside of this small box. Well, there is a user guide. And this is Apple logo sticker which always comes with Mac. This is warning of uses. Here is the charger adapter, and it is wrapped with paper, not with plastic like before. This power adapter is 30 watt and USB-C compatible. This is a quick look of the adapter from every side. This is the point where you have to plug your cable. When you attach your cable, it makes a click sound. This adapter comes with 2 pins which you can detach from the adapter. The place of assemble is written on the back of MacBook Air. In one side of this Mac, there are 2 Thunderbolt 3 USB-C ports to charge and connect external storage or a display, and it is twice the bandwidth of Thunderbolt 2 as well as reversible, which release your attention how to plug it in. In another side of this Mac, there is one headphone jack to connect your headphone or mic or speakers. This Force Touch trackpad is for multi-touch gestures. You can use 2 fingers on the trackpad to scroll up and down or sideways. You can swipe 2 fingers to flip through web pages and documents. Click with 2 fingers to right click. You can also click and then press deeper on the trackpad to first click text and get more information. This Mac has full-size keyboard with individual LED backlit keys. It also has ambient light sensor. This Mac has stereo speakers on both edges of the keyboard, as you can see, and it has 3 internal microphones. Now fingerprint is the password for this Mac. This Mac was redesigned with 2nd generation Touch ID. Apple claims it is quick to unlock Mac or any document and secure to purchase over online. Now we will compare this latest MacBook Air with older MacBook Pro of early 2015. The latest trend of technology is that they reduce the physical size of devices. Although both Mac's screen is 13.3 inch, but the structure of newer one is smaller than older one. An 8th generation Intel Core i5 processor has been used for this new MacBook Air, where you can work on multiple apps together. The previous version sometimes hangs while working on iMovie, and the battery life of new MacBook Air is 12 hours, where the previous Mac has 10 hours battery life. In one side of this new MacBook Air, there are only 2 Thunderbolt 3 USB-C output, but in the previous version of MacBook Pro, you can see MagSafe 2 power port for charger, 2 Thunderbolt version 2 ports, 1 USB 3 port, and headphone jack with dual microphones. In another side, latest Mac has only headphone jack, but previous MacBook Pro has 1 USB 3 port, 1 HDMI port, and 1 SDXC card slot. Now you can see the side-by-side comparison. The speakers of new Mac are beside the keyboard, but in the old one, the speakers are on the backside of the Mac. In the new Mac, there is a Touch ID to unlock, but in the old Mac, you have to press power button and type password, which is slower than the new Mac. Both have 720p FaceTime HD camera. The new Mac's Force Touch trackpad is 20% larger than the previous Mac. The new MacBook Air's screen border is thinner than the previous Mac. The logo of the MacBook Air is written on the bottom of the display of the new Mac. But on the previous MacBook Pro, there is nothing written like that. The new adapter has USB-C port for charging, but the old adapter charging cable is fixed. The new adapter is smaller than previous one. New adapter comes with 2 pins and the older version is with 3 pins. On the old adapter you can see Apple logo, but on the new one there is nothing. The old adapter has stands to wrap the wire, but the new adapter does not have. Old adapter's charging cable come with a light indication, but the new adapter has no light indications. When we put it for charging, it indicates a orange light. And when the charge is full, there is an indication of green light. There is one big disappointment with my MacBook Pro. Just after using few months, out of no reasons, some marks appeared on the screen and increased with times. It looks like stains on the display. Now to wait and see what happens with the new Mac's screen. Sometimes when I work on this MacBook Pro, it hangs and stops working for several minutes, which is really inconvenient. If it totally doesn't work, you can switch it off and switch it on again.